everyone. So today I'm going to channel Archangel Michael, who's going to talk about the phasing in and out of molecules. Now you might wonder, what does that have to do with me, like you as a person? So that will help you move to the parallel version of Earth, where you want to manifest whatever you desire. So in the sense, Michael is basically talking about different ways of manifestation, and he's going into the quantum realm because science and spirituality are two sides of the same coin. The faster we accept it, the faster we are going to be able to use it in our daily lives. So let's get started. Let's see how he extrapolates the quantum realm into the spiritual realm. And I'm very excited. I hope you're excited as well. I'll see you at the end. Good evening. We are Michael, and today we are going to continue the concept we introduced earlier, which is system of continuity. And we are going to get into a little bit more details, more specificity, so that you understand the mechanism as to how you're manifesting things. And the more you understand it in depth, it will not only help you understand the quantum realm from a scientific perspective, but also how you can use it in your daily manifestations. So we are going to start with explaining the mechanical concepts first, and then we are going to extrapolate it to different ways you can manifest to the parallel version of Earth where your desires have been fulfilled. Let's begin. So earlier we spoke about in the system of continuity as to how different particles in an atomic structure appear and disappear in different places when they receive the quanta of energy they need to phase in and phase out into a different orbital of the molecule. But they are also phasing in and phasing out in different portions of the space. They are not just doing it static in one place, phasing in and phasing out. The entire molecule is phasing in, phasing out in different portions of the space and moving in space. You can rewatch the previous video to understand how this happens. So we are not going to go into the details of that. We are going to continue where we left off. So since you know the energetic scaffolds that exist, which kind of guides where these molecules will appear and disappear and reappear, we are going to bring it all together now. Hope you have watched the video on energetic scaffolds as well, because that is integral part covered by Wan Yin. So how is manifestation taking place? Let's understand from the molecular perspective, because when you understand from the molecular perspective, you can extrapolate it into your daily life. So as different molecules of your body phase in and phase out while you are moving through space, it's not the same molecule that reappears in your body after phasing out. It's a different one that comes out, which is an energetic match to your energetic scaffold of the body. And this phasing in and phasing out is happening billions of times per second. So you don't see any breaks in between. You see a continuous physical body, like a hologram, you could say. You can imagine the human body as a hologram where each pixel is phasing in and phasing out billions of times per second. So you see a continuous hologram instead of broken bits and parts. And they are held together, the entire structure, because of the energetic scaffold your body has. Please understand that the energetic scaffold of your body, in shape of your body, is what holds everything together in place, which in turn is housed in greater energetic scaffolds of your house, of the place you live in, of earth. So every physical structure has an energetic scaffold, and the molecules which are matched to that scaffold at that vibration will appear in that exact moment. And all molecules of your body are appearing and disappearing, and newer ones were reappearing and giving you the continuous feel of this hologram that you call a body. Now you might say that why compare it with holograms? Because holograms are see-through, meaning you can put your hand through it, but molecules are not like that. They are densely packed. That's because of your equation from Einstein that you know in physics, that E is equal to mc squared, meaning when energy is made very dense, when it's condensed, it becomes matter, yes? And matter is nothing but condensed energy, highly condensed energy, which is why physical body is not like a see-through, or you cannot penetrate a physical body, because it's very, very dense energy. But it's still energy, because everything is made up of energy. There is nothing outside of energy. It's just that physical body is denser energy as compared to other forms of energy that you know of. But it's still energy nevertheless. Please understand this fundamental principle that all the molecular, subatomic particles, everything is energy. You yourself are made out of energy, just condensed version of energy. And each molecule of your body is disappearing and reappearing billions of times a second, and giving you that continuous body that is always there, where there is no glitch in the view of things. But this area of influence where the molecules appear and reappear and disappear is happening within your soul and higher soul bubble. So this is your physical body. There is an etheric body around it, which is imperceptible to human eyes, which is energetic in nature, which is not as dense as the physical body, but not as light as your soul either. Just around that layer and interspersed with this etheric body is the astral body or the emotional body. It goes by many names, which contains your emotions and affects your emotions, and the astral world is connected to that. This is where you go when you are sleeping. Then the third layer around your body is the mental body, where your thoughts reside, ideas, imagination, all these kinds of things reside. And this is much less dense and lighter than the etheric and the astral body. And beyond that is the causal body, which is your soul. So your body is inside the soul, not the other way around. Your soul doesn't reside in your body is inside the soul. And the soul is much lighter and contains all the information that you will be living in your lifetime, and is much, much lighter than the other bodies I spoke of. And this causal body or the soul is housed inside your higher soul or the higher self. Now, your higher self is much more complicated than your soul level information. There are 12 layers in between your higher self and soul, which are not going to go into details because your higher self is in the 12th dimension. So It might be hard for you to imagine how the dimensions work because you are mostly used to 3D. So your higher self is in 12D, your soul, your etheric body is in the 4th dimension, also interspersed with the 3D. The astral body is in the 5th, the mental is in the 6th, the soul is in the 7th, and there are many other layers before you meet the higher self. So these energetic containers are the scaffolds, and your reality is happening within this larger container of your higher self. There is nothing outside of your higher self. So whatever objects you are seeing around you, your room or your office or the road that you're walking on or wherever you are, is manifested within your higher self container, because that is the energetic scaffold. You are at the center point and you cannot walk out of your higher self because you will always be the center. So as you are moving, your entire container of your higher self is also moving with you, always maintaining that distance from you, which is the center and the outer boundary of the higher self. So outside of your higher self boundary, there is void. There is nothing. There is the infinite quantum potential where everything originates from. So when you meet somebody else, you are basically entering their higher self bubble, and both of you are co-creating whatever you see around yourself or perceive around yourself together as a collective. Similarly, when many people come together or even passing by, your higher self and their higher self is coinciding, thus co-creating the reality around you, whatever you experience. And this is what is known as the collective consciousness, where you're collectively creating the reality that you can see as far as your eyes goes. Whichever distance to which your eyes goes is the outer boundary of your higher self. Beyond that, you cannot perceive anything, because there is nothing outside of that. So it might feel like, since all the energetic scaffolds are already in place, what can you do to really change your reality? Well, again, remember things at the molecular level, phasing in and phasing out. Your entire body is also phasing in and phasing out at a molecular level and reappearing on different versions of parallel Earth in different dimensions. But this entire process is so smooth, it may give you a sense of linearity where you really can't see the difference. Now, we as celestial beings, we can see through the hologram very easily because our view is from a different dimension where we can see that these are nothing but holograms. But for you, it would be hard to see your body or the objects around yourself as a hologram because you do not have the other dimensional vision that we do. You can attempt it in your dreams if you set the intention of seeing how the physical body appears from other dimension. You can set that intention, or you can also set that intention when you are doing astral travels, out of body experiences. You can set the intention to see your physical body or any physical object from a different dimension. Then it will be very easy for you to notice that everything is nothing but energy, condensed energy. All the physical objects are condensed energy. And that will change your perception about everything. Everything. Now we are going to draw some parallels with the concepts of non-duality, Advaita in Sanskrit. In non-duality, it is mentioned that there is nothing but witnessing awareness that is observing everything. Things are appearing and disappearing in witnessing awareness. So what appears and disappears in the witnessing awareness is what we were talking about, the molecular phasing in and phasing out. So whatever you are observing is being created in real time at a very high speed, billions of times per second. And you are simply witnessing it. You are the witness of it. And you might think that I am the doer. If I pick an object, then I am picking it up by intention, right? So I am the doer. I'm not just simply a witness. Well, your body is also something you're witnessing. And by the virtue of being you, you will create very specific kinds of realities, which is different from other people. And based on that, whatever you are going to experience as the witness is going to be different from others. So your body is also, in the sense, created for you to have that feeling as if you are doing it, but your body is also something you're simply witnessing. It may give you a sense of control of this hologram, but in reality, your body is also simply witnessed by your consciousness. This is the first degree of immersion into this holographic reality of physical realm that you are in, which is why you have greater degree of control as compared to other objects which are deemed outside of you. So you have a boundary of the skin beyond which you do not extend, and this is intentional so that you can separate yourself from the rest of your environment. But remember, all is made up of the same energy. It's just a different form of energy that is manifesting. And it is in this differentiation is how source can experience itself fully as to who it is. Hence, the separation, this differentiation, this duality is important to experience. This can be way too much information for one transmission. So we are going to continue this in our next transmission. We wish you a good day.